Morning guys, Mark Ferrasci, Quartet Dog Training and Big Boy. Now I haven't been doing any videos for a week or two, and the reason being I'm running silent, running deep. I got a lot of little things I'm working on and get off the internet and all the bullshit, controversy and all the crap that goes on with me in our industry just as much as anywhere else. Yes, good. So what I'm working on with him right now is the Dopamine Box. Now, because of my experience in dog training and understanding dogs a little more than most, I have a tendency to get into the wiring of a dog. In other words, the deepness in some of the behaviors and some of the attributes that come from a dog. And the Dopamine Box is one of those type of things that really intrigues me. It's kind of like when two dogs are fighting on the fence line. And they're fence fighting, that territorial boundary type of a reaction. And you see the video where they, I'm losing my train of thought here, guys. Where they're starting their fence fighting and they're going crazy, and then the guy hits the remote for the gate opens and the dogs are just totally fine. That deep-rooted instinct that I find is kind of a mystery, but it's there. So that being the case, I like to get a little deeper in it. So one of the things I started thinking, I'm hearing all the stories about some of the things that are being done with the Dopamine Box, and it's that deep-rooted wiring on a dog. How can I do this and get the dog to a point that you're using this instinct? Now this comes from Bart Malone, and he's the one that kind of coined it and started it on the Dopamine Box, if I'm not mistaken. He's done a lot of things that have been very intuitive with his understanding of that deep wiring in a dog, right? The pull that he uses with opposition reflex that he used and he put together, he invented that. And so it's that deep wiring of the dog that intrigues me, and I came up with the idea. I gave it to somebody already. I don't know if they can do it, minus my film and my ability to put all this stuff together in the context of filming and telling a story with film, and all the stuff that's our world nowadays is not available to me because I don't have the skill to put into that. I don't have the people around me to do it. So it's I did that wrong. I shouldn't have gave it to him when he pulled his head out, but that's all right. I'm trying to keep his head in, right? I'm trying to get him. I want to do this because I want some of that stuff to be a PSA stuff where they're grabbing the back of the dog's body and keeping him centered on his job when he's in the bite work or whatever it may be. I want to kind of progress this. But one of the questions I ask is, what other ways of you use the Dopamine Box? What could you use it for? Because most of the stuff you see online is basically just talking about how to get this foundational start where you got the dog's nose in it. But they don't really expand on what other things can be done and why you would use it. It's a focusing tool. It keeps the dog centered on what he's doing. It teaches him to stay centered. In scent work, they use it a lot because they want the dog to be on odor and to stay on odor and stay fixed on odor no matter what else is going on. So they build the dog with that intent. So there's a purpose behind it. But that's what I'm talking about. Most of these videos don't really accent and really get into the full purpose and the creativity of how you can use this deep-seated wiring in all kinds of different ways. And that's kind of what I want to expand on in my experience. I'm learning as I'm doing, and then expand on that whole concept. So if you're a trainer out there and you're watching this, what other ways have you used the Dopamine Box? What expansion of communicating the Dopamine Box to the public and to our profession can you give? What other ways? One guy said that he went to the vet, the dog was real aggressive, and he got him conditioned to keep his nose in the box to a point where the dog could be messed with like I'm doing here on the back end, to a point where you could take him to the vet, he could get messed with and get a shot and all that good stuff because the dog was so into the dopamine box, right? So that made a lot of sense. There was a fulfillment of a purpose that the box was being used for, not just getting the dog to put his nose in a box. That's all that's been conveyed online so far. I mean, the stuff that I've been looking everywhere, videos for dopamine box, any type of subject on the dopamine box, and the way people are using it is what I want to do. Ask AI, get more. I want to see more. I kind of envision a 1,001 ways to use the dopamine box, you know, that kind of thing, so that we can really expand on this deep wiring and instinct that's in a dog in regards to dopamine and what this is doing, and then more importantly, the functionality of the tool, the dopamine box, that I can use it for, right? So expand on that for me, guys. If you have any comments, if you have any video, if you have anything to point, put it on this thread, put it on this comment section, and let's all learn and grow from each other, right? Because there's not enough out there about the expansion of what you could do with this tool, all right? That's the thing, all right? Yep, we're done. We're done. All right, so I am just now starting to play with this tool. That being the case, good boy, good. I've got a lot to learn and grow, but this is the sort of thing that really gets me really pumped. You know what I mean? This is what it's all about for me because of my experience behind me and where I'm going as a dog trainer. I always want to learn and grow. Couche, good. And I want to expand on things, right? That's one of the reasons that Nipopo is something that I'm interested in. I can't afford that kind of prices. I'm just a lowly starving artist. Yeah. Good boy. Good boy. Goosh. Hut. Nope. I'm going to keep this up. That's not a natural thing to do what I'm asking him to do. I'm asking him to drop with 2 feet and no step. I want him to just flop down. And I want that behavior to be the same in a lot of little different spots, an explosion. As the man would say, heart and soul, right? So there's some things that I've got in my mind and some of the behaviors that I'm going to work on, that's what I'm going to be working on. But notice, it's not about the criteria of what's expected in sport, right? Good boy, goosh. Nope, nope, good. Good boy, goosh. No, good. With me, get his head out of the box. Get his head out of the box, yay. Good boy, good. Try it one more time. So I'm working with some goals in mind as far as that fast down too. And then I'm going to take that behavior and take it into a couple others where I get the dog to explode into it, right? Good. Good boy. Goosh. Nope. Good. Good. Ready? Ready? All right, we're going to do it front in different positions. I know he'll give it to me. And if you watch, I'll bring out the toy, and that's when he'll do it. Good boy. Nope. Good. 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 There you go. Good. Good. Good boy. Goosh. There it is. Good boy. There it is. Good. Jackpot. Good boy, buddies. Good. And now I'm going to bring out the ball. I'm going to do it one more time. We'll end it, right? Good boy. Good. Why? Because I know he'll give it to me, the excitement and the stimulation from the ball. Good. Good boy. Goosh. Yes. Good boy. Good. All right. So that's what I want. I want that real fast down and just plopping, right? And then I'm going to take that behavior and I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in a couple other spots. I won't show them to you now, but I'm going to build them in once I get it on one. So in other words, we're going to move that same context and we're going to change it to another behavior and use that same context in that other behavior that we're after. And we're going to try to get this to grab and stay there. And keep in mind, this isn't natural. If I don't stay on top of it, it's going to fade, right? Out. I am creating it with conditioning. Out. No. Out. Good. Now the reason I gave him a correction because he knows this. Yes. Good. So now I'm expecting more of him, right? Good. Good boy. Big boy. Out. Good. I see. Good. I'm getting into my impulse control. Good. Good. Big boy. Yes. Good boy. Good. And the reason I can do that is because I've built in all these other little building blocks, right? The 2-ball that started the going from one and the out, right? Good boy. Good. Good. Good boy. Goosh. Yes, good boy, good. I got to worry about the elbows on the ground. He was a little bit off the ground. So I got to start insisting on that too. Good, yeah, bulbous, huh? Good, babies. So what entertains me, what gets me excited is getting deeper into the deep wiring of a dog and what makes him tick, right? Because I can take that into anything in my training, right? Good, good boy, out. Good, good, I see. Good boy, good. Good boy. Good shot. Nope. Yes, good boy, good. There you go. All right, we're done. Mark Ferrasci, Protect Dog Training. Have a good day, guys. You won't see me much. I just got a wild hair and figured I'd tape this one and put it out and let you know I'm not dead. They haven't buried me on the back 40 yet. I'm still around, yeah. I just got things I'm working on, yeah. Out. Good, good. Nope. Good. Done. We're done. Good boy, good. You hungry? Want to go eat some breakfast? All right, let's go. Talk to you guys later. Remember, pattern and routine. Every morning I come out and do the same thing. I work with him. We got spent 10, 15 minutes, whatever the session is, and then I go and feed him. It's consistency in our time patterns, pattern and routine that really add up to training a dog overall, besides all the things we got to do to get it to happen. Talk to you later. Come on, let's go.